What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all. Hope everybody's having a good week thus far. Taking a look at Tuesday, we're going to see a moon exalted in Taurus, and it's going to square Mercury today. It's also going to finish the day with a square to the sun. So definitely a weird position. The Taurus Aquarius square can be a little awkward. Aquarius season, just Aquarius in general, has a tendency to have that awkward, sort of aloof energy, individuated, unique, special, cool, all those good things. But this is an interesting mix of like our self-reliance and the things that make us feel good and what feelings and thoughts, even with Mercury there, derive, quality emotions. And it's weird. And Aquarius deals with people and Taurus is very self-oriented. So I think, things that you probably enjoy doing today, especially with Venus now in Aries, dispositing that moon and at that 0 point of Aries, I would say that you might see that like your values or the things that make you feel good are like questioned or observed by others. And that could be taken a few different ways, or you might be questioning or observing other people's qualities or things that they like. Value is a funny thing. This tarot deck, the Badass Tarot deck, I love this deck, and it's actually kind of valuable to me because they're not even they don't make them anymore. So to me, it's like worth a lot of money. I would spend $100 on this deck, but to somebody else, it's just a weird tarot deck with like kind of obscure imagery, right? So I don't know, weird example, but value is so unique and interesting. So I think today's a big like sort of a test of like letting people, have value. It's like people who collect pennies. It's only worth 1 cent, but some people will pay hundreds of dollars for a rare penny. Value's so subjective. So I think that today's one of those days where we're like trying to really feel good about our subjective values, but we're met with weird reactions from others about what we value in life. And we want to, remain like, we don't want to lose something of value. Like we don't want to change our perspective of value because society or someone else is like, oh, you have to value this. Like, no, value what you want. Like be that unique soul that you are. Like, value what makes you feel good. And I think today's just a big test of that. And I think it's like really identifying what feels good to you. And I think certain things, if they're not feeling good, it's like disconnecting from that completely and moving more towards and more powerfully towards what brings more quality into our life. It's very interesting having Venus at the 0 point of Aries. We're going to have Neptune and Saturn hit that this year. The North Node just crossed it. It's a very sensitive point just in astrology. It's the very beginning, So it just seems like we're like in a time right now where just the things that we enjoy and the things we identify with and the things we're trying to build and our dreams and our visions and our faith and our spirituality, like so many parts that make us up as a whole, are like almost under a magnifying glass. And especially with Mars ruling Aries and squaring Chiron, like we're either feeling like we've done a lot of healing and we're feeling really strong in the foundation and the identification of the things we like and what we do and how we move about reality right now, or there could be a lot of questions like, what am I going to do? What do I need to do? Who am I? And I think ultimately like we're trying to find some form of liberation right now. And just having the moon start off the day square Pluto and finish the day square the sun and square Mercury in between, it's just putting a lot of pressure on our individuated value systems and how to connect and like compassionately understand others without being judgmental or being too harsh on ourselves, or if we don't know, beating ourselves up. Like it's okay to not know. We don't have to know everything, but I think that the more you can kind of like hone in on what's, what kind of relationships and what kind of things you want to have and what kind of like circles are around you, the people around you. All of these are, I think hyper focused right now. And, we're either moving into a place right now where we need some more seclusion, or we're feeling like we need more connectivity. And I don't think either or is right or wrong. I think, you got to trust your gut instinct on what you feel is going to bring more quality. And I think today's a good test of that, as the sun is at 16 degrees and approaching a quincunx to Mars retrograde. And, we're about 3 weeks away from Mars going direct at 17 degrees. And just 5 days later, Venus is going to retrograde at 10 degrees of Aries. So when one turns on, one turns off, And then we got a bunch of Uranus stuff too. So I don't know. Big new beginnings kind of feel like they're taking place in a weird, odd time, like weird odd timing. But like that, there's just a lot of new beginnings. But there's also like we're getting into new beginnings, but there's more that has to be rehashed and worked out, and that's just so life, right? Like every time we start something, it's like some skeleton jumps out of a closet somewhere and reminds us, it's like karma and stuff, right? So yeah, just things like that for the future. But today I think the people who are just feeling like they know what they value in life, and you feel good about what kind of value you put on your life, on the things you do, on your time. If you feel like you're getting a good return on investment of that value, then I just feel like you're gonna feel like things are popping and starting today, and it can be kind of exhilarating and electric. You can feel really good about it, and then likewise, if there's a lot of questions and you're just in a moment right now where there's a lot of unsurety and a little bit of, I don't know, I don't want to say doubt, but there could be some doubt with this Mars Chiron. That you look deep at like what you want and kind of like put value on things, whether it's just your time, your energy. Start assigning and identifying what value is to you, and like what is going to bring more quality into your life. And don't be afraid to say things either. Don't run away from your truth about what you value. Like, let people know, especially. I think when it comes to relationships, that's super important right now. Whatever the relationship is, friend, lover, parent, kids, good, solid communication of feelings, I think can go a long way to just getting people on a more of a on a way that we can work together and collaborate powerfully. That's always going to help. So yeah, interesting day. Hope you have a great Tuesday. Not gonna lie, I just kind of feel this, like today, kind of with these Aquarius squares and the meeting with Uranus tomorrow with that moon, and then the build up to the full moon in Leo. I feel like it's gonna feel real weird. It's gonna be it's a weird build up. So I don't know. We'll see how it ends up shaping up, but weird's cool. It's Aquarius season. Weird's cool. The Hermit. That's funny. I was like, there's something about like seclusion right now, like taking the time to do the things that you value that bring more quality into your life. Now, whether that's taking time to go, fully connect and share the value of yourself with others, that's totally chill. But I also think this card's saying like, make sure you're giving yourself time to go inside and feel where that wisdom is that shows you the quality of the things that you can create and start and do. And even if things have to get, touched up on later, it's kind of good to just chill out a little bit and not feel like you have to go running out into the crowd, if you will. Go your way. Do what makes you feel good. Love you guys. Have a beautiful Tuesday. I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.